Whoa, here, Nelly. Got a runner on him. Must be a brim. No, it's a crappie. Old big crappie to start off the morning here. On a little piece of night crawler, a little small piece of night crawler. Surprised me, buddy. Right, good sized crappie. Got to remember where I caught you at here. See if we can get it back down. It might be a nutting. Well, I guess it was just luck that we just dropped it right down in front of that one, because we bobbed all around that hole and nothing else didn't hit it there. I could feel a log down there. But I know the other crappie down there, they probably just didn't want that worm. But sometimes you get one that might want to hit that worm, and they liable to be several down there that just don't have no taste for that worm. But if I had some minnows sometime or another, whenever I find them crappie like that, you know there's more there. But hard to find any of the shiners, anything in my area here to fish with. Ain't hardly anybody carries the shiners anymore. Minnows, shiners, whatever you want to call them. We just had one hit it down there. Oh, a smallmouth. We'll keep you just in case and we get to try to catfish a while. Having a time, this water's going out and it's pulling that fresh water from up the river out of here on this going out tide, and it is rolling. Missed that one. We found some, but there are a lot of these little fellas. Little small brims. Got to be some big ones down there somewhere. If there's little ones, there got to be a big one. We must be hooked up mudfish now, you two. I don't know what this drag is set on, because this is a new reel. I had never set this drag. But whatever it is, we got it hooked on here. We'll find out what it is in a minute. See if I can loosen this drag some. Yeah, there we go. We can keep him on there. We'll find out what it is. Might be a cat, because it ain't acting like a mud. And we sure ain't got our dip net out back there. Hang on. Whoa, here, Nelly. Let me get my dip net and then we'll continue to fight. Well, we got the dip net out. Well, I'm thinking this is a cat. I thought I was hung to start with. I was trying to bob that thing loose from the hang. I said, well, hang keeps taking more line down. I said, well, that's got to be a fish. Every now and again, old flathead will hit that worm or night crawler sometime. No, it's a mud. I just seen him. And we ain't want to put him in that dip net. Oh, these aggravating old mudfishes. Why come you couldn't have been a catfish? No, let me see if I can get him off of here. I might be got him a little bit tired. All right, we got him in. Somebody was asking me about a catch and cook on a mudfish. And it's the right time of the year. And this one's got the spot on the tail right there. So this is a male. So we'll take him home and we might do, they was asking me about, can you eat mudfish? We might do a mudfish fry. Running like a brim here. Yeah, an eater size brim. Man, is this water rolling. It's headed out pretty swift. And the wind's blowing a little bit the same direction where we sitting at here. Now YouTube, the battery started getting weak on our motor. So we anchored out to try to catfish. And boy, did something take off with this thing out there. I mean, it hit it when it hit it. Looked like a cat when it come up back there. And this water is running going out. It's pulling all that fresh water up the river, snow and stuff we had a while back. It's coming to the boat now. Now he's sitting down with it. If he don't get off right here at the boat. Well, we got him in the net. It's hard to do anything in this running water. Nice blue here. It's about the time of the year for y'all bigger blues to start hitting. Telling me off. All right, which way you got the hook in your mouth? Hook come right out of his mouth. That was a luck. Well, I sat down on it good whenever we hooked into him there. But might have had a big hole tore in his mouth. I don't know. But at least we got you in though. All right. Try to wring my wrist. Y'all aggravating things. Y'all always try to do that. Put me a bigger pair of pliers in here where I can handle y'all. Yeah, I hear you. All right, get in this box. Well, that's one. See if we can get another one. I guess this water running so hard is the reason when they hit it, they hitting it so hard when they come by it and going with that thing, and I ain't got time to turn the camera on. I have to grab it and set the hook and then get the camera turned on. But it is what it is. That's the second one I had bite it. I missed one earlier. Well, YouTube, we give the catfish about an hour and a half. Let's head in and cook some bowfin, mudfish, grinnell, whatever name you want to call them. We'll go in and fry up that one we caught earlier. Somebody was asked me on a couple of different videos, was they any good to eat? They edible. They ain't the tastiest fish in the world. But you got to try to cook them to where the meat will firm up, where it won't be so mushy. So we can head home and see what kind of job we can do with frying one up. All right, YouTube, we got you at the house and we getting ready to scale this mudfish here out and getting ready to do some cooking on him. Got to clean the old cat back there too. Get him clean, but we can fry this mudfish. Been getting questions on how to cook a mudfish, or are they good to eat? And I eat 1 or 2 a year if I catch them during the winter time. And if they got that spot on the tail, they the male. Females, they get real mushy. This one here's almost bigger than what I want. Usually I keep them a little bit smaller than this if I'm gonna eat one. But this is what we got today, so. And I got time to cook him, so we can scale him out and fillet him up. You either scale him or skin him. And if I was to skin him, what I would do is come right along in here, and I wouldn't even scale him. I'd just cut him down to the backbone and then slice him along the backbone on this side till I got to just before the tail. Then I would stop and I'd lay the meat back, the fillet, and then I would take and come along between the skin, along the edge of the skin, because the rest it would be holding onto the tail. Here where I'd quit at be holding it. All you had to do is take your knife and go along the edge of the skin, and you could strip the meat off between the skin and the bone. You wouldn't have nothing but meat. But I like to have some of the skin on mine when I get ready to fry it to help hold it in place. But we could get him scaled up, and while we cooking him, I'll be cleaning the catfish and this crappie here. I put the brim in the freezer, and with the scales on, and I'll freeze them like that. I'll wrap them in newspaper or something. Then when I get ready to go catfishing, if it's within the next week, I can just pull them out the freezer, thaw them out, and cut them up for catfish bait. But we could get busy here with this here. YouTube, this one didn't have a real bright red spot on the tail, and it turned out to be a female. I didn't think about that. Sometime on that tail, if they don't have a real bright red spot down at the tail, then sometimes you might have a spot that could be a female, but the male will have a real bright red spot a lot of time. But sometimes you'll get a female that's got a little bit of dot on her tail, but this one was full of eggs. But we could fry her up anyhow. But I'm just trying to wash him down good, or her down good, and kind of running my hand down and squeezing and getting as much of that old mud from under that skin as I can get. Get all that stuff out from under that skin. We're down there in that mud a lot. And that mud will get up under the skin, up under them scales. Always kind of smush them and get all that stuff out. We'll be frying him a little bit. All right, we got him cleaned out good. All I'm gonna do, Slice along this backbone. Slice along that backbone all the way down to the tail, and then I'll just cut it up in sections. I ain't wanting to show too much on YouTube because they don't like to put too much of that cutting stuff on here. Alright, there we go. Only thing we got to do now is cut it up my fillets, have a bigger pieces we want to cut it up in. I got a bone right there that's in my way. Want to give me a hard time. Yeah, you can cut it now, have a bigger pieces you want to fry it in. But I'll even cut the parts up with the backbone in it right there. Cook that too. And mudfish ain't real bony. Have a lot of meat and less bones. It's just getting him firm. That's the thing about it. It's got a mushy meat. And the bigger them females get, the more mushy they get. The one with that bright red spot, the old timers used to call the hard mud. Them big females that didn't have a spot, they called them old cotton mud. It was like handling cotton. Alright, got a grease getting hot there. And I like mine about medium heat because you ain't wanting to you want to kind of fry it in some deep grease. That they'll completely cover it once I put that fish in there. It'll completely cover the fish. But you ain't wanting to fry it too high because you ain't wanting it to cook too fast. But you ain't wanting it to cook too slow. So I guess kind of a medium heat. Because you want to kind of let it stay in there a while. And where it won't cook too fast, but you want it hot enough to make that meat firm up without burning it. We can get over here and get our seafood mix and stuff mixed in our bag here. So we can get ready to, I ain't got a whole lot of seafood mix left. Cooked them catfish Saturday. Maybe we'll have enough to do this here today with. But the wifey, she is always cooking fish, all the time. Maybe that'll be enough to do what we could do today. If not, I got some cornmeal in there, some yellow cornmeal. We'll mix some salt in here. And plenty of black pepper. When I do mudfish, I like to make sure I got plenty of black pepper to go on the mudfish. And if you want to give it some other flavor, you can put some Cajun seasoning or something in there with your meal or your seafood bread or whatever, or any kind of seasoning you want to mix in there to give the mudfish a little extra flavor. A lot of time I just eat mine with salt and pepper, but you can flavor it up a little bit with some Cajun spice or some other kind of spice. Go ahead and drop some of these pieces in there. And I know this ain't gonna be enough seafood mix. But I'll go in the house there and get some cornmeal ready. Mix that up good. And believe me, this meal will stick to these mudfish good. It'll get a real crunchy thing to it. Don't know about that mudfish meat, but that meal sticks to real good. It should be hot enough there now. We'll see. Oh yeah, we cooking now. I can already smell that black pepper. Time to hit that pan. Now I got to go in there and find some cornmeal because it took up most of what we had in this bag here to do this first batch. Yeah, we had some yellow self-rising cornmeal in the house there. Let me go ahead and get this bag in. Whoo, there's a hole in the bag. Why the wifey didn't tell me that? Now I got a mess down there. That's why she had it in that other plastic bag. Glad I'm outside. I'd have been making a mess on the inside like that. We would know it. Quit right there while I'm ahead right now. At least we know it's got a hole in it there now. That we got a mess on the table. This first batch look like they about ready. They've been floating for a few minutes there. When they first start floating, I still let them float for a while they're cooking. Make sure that it firms them up all the way through. Get that meat good and firm. Yeah, that's how it looks right there. Cook it just good and brown. We'll break into one of them here after let them cool for a minute. Yeah, good and crunchy, a dark brown color. But you have to let them cook a while to make that meat firm up though. Get us another batch on here where we can get finished. Let's go ahead and clean this old crappie here and that catfish while them mudfish is frying over there. But I can hear my brother now. He calls these here crappie gargle-eye. But I can hear him now. He's over there frying mudfish when he's got a gargle-eye laying up there and a big old catfish. I'd be frying them up's what I'd be doing. Yeah, I can hear my brother now saying that. Let's break into one of these first ones here that we cooked. Should be cool enough now. And it has some dark meat on it now. Tastes pretty good to me. Then find one with some white meat. It's a little bit firm. I should have let this cook a little bit longer. It's okay though. It's done, I mean, but you want to let that meat firm up. Still tastes good. Yeah, I should have given it about 5 more minutes. But it's still all right. Tastes all right to me. Well, YouTube, this last batch got done. Wish I hadn't run out of seafood mix. We finished them up with cornmeal. But they'll still be okay. They're not a bad tasting fish. They don't have a lot of taste to them. That's the thing. I tried a garfish patty one time. And a garfish, they're kind of strong. Got a strong flavor. The mudfish don't have no strong flavor. They don't have much flavor. That's the thing with them. But it's to get the meat to firm up. That's the thing. And all I can say is cook it till it's done and then keep cooking until it firms up. But you can always put some seasoning on it, or that's why I pepper mine real good, black pepper, to try to give it some flavor. But yeah, it ain't no bad tasting fish. It just don't have a lot of taste to it. But yeah, as far as eating, it's good to eat. It's edible. He's been around since the dinosaur ages. But that's gonna be our video for today. But hope you enjoyed, and the fishes, I think, could start picking up some, because I did catch a catfish today, and Saturday I didn't even have a bite from a catfish, but the water kind of stirred up from all that snow and stuff. Anyhow, that's gonna be our video. Well, I'm gonna eat some of these mudfish, and I'm pretty sure when the wife gets in that she'll eat some of them. We'll catch you the next time, YouTube.